Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are back in SnowRunner, and we have some pretty cool mods that I want to show you. And just as a little reminder, because I know I have mentioned this before, but in case you guys have forgot, or in case we have new viewers that don't know, the way I do mod reviews is this. I don't necessarily show you the newest mods. What I like to do is I just like to go through and find things that I think are cool, and that's what we show. So I'm not saying that some of these mods aren't new, because some are. I'm not going to show mods that are like extremely old. I would have already showed those, so they're within like a week or two. But yeah, that's what we do. I'm not just going to do like every new mod. I just pick and choose a couple ones that I think are pretty cool, and we take a look at them. So with that being said, one of the first mods that we're going to look at today is this guy here, and this is, had to pull this up to remember, it's the Bartleby's Zeke's 605R Goliath. Now guys, I'm going to be honest with you, this is what I hoped the in-game Goliath would have been like. This thing is just a beast. So let's stop talking about it and let's actually bring it out here on the map and show you guys how well it performs. Now, I know I don't normally bring the mods to the mud hole the very first thing, but there's something I really appreciate on this truck. And it has race suspension. We'll take a look at it in the garage in a little bit, but you can raise the suspension on it. And honestly, I think that's so important with these trucks where the front end overhangs the front wheels, because if you don't have a lot of clearance, they get hung up really easily. So we're going to show you really quick now how this thing handles in a lot of this thick mud. Now, this here isn't anything that you expect to give a problem anyway. A lot of trucks can get through that, no big deal. But as you can see, the clearance this thing has is just really nice. As you can see it going there, I mean, it's not having any issues at all. But now the big test. Gotta go through this thick mud. So right now it is in auto, and as you can see, it's not doing too bad. Well, now let's put it in low. And to me, it feels like it's moving a lot better in low gear. In low gear. Ooh, excuse me, pardon me, guys. Kind of lost my voice for a second there. And I know because you guys like to see it, because you always say, you know, why is he in low and not in low high or low plus or whatever. So here's low high, and as you can see, I feel like it's actually not going as fast as it does in just low. I feel that low is really the best option for this. But as you can see, it made child's play out of that mud. It didn't have any problems with it whatsoever. So that, in my book, is an absolute win. Now, just to kind of drive home the emphasis on higher suspension here, I'm going to go over these bumps. As you can see, not just that, look at the suspension, guys. Look at the suspension of this thing. It is fantastic. As you can see, with that higher suspension, it's having no problems at all going over any of these. I may actually sell the Zekes I have in my campaign playthrough and buy this one instead, because this could come in really handy, I got a feeling, especially in some of my upcoming missions. So guys, that is the Bartleby's Zeke's 605R Goliath. Moving on to the next mod of the video, we have the oh man, I knew I was going to forget it. The GWC 91 Granular. And basically, guys, this is a Jeep, but they had changed it up a little bit to make it console friendly, as you can see. But I mean, clearly it's a Jeep. This is the outside of it. This is what it looks like. It looks pretty good. Start it up there. That engine sounds nice. And if we take a look at inside, and it's still going the way, you know, that a lot of these mods are going, that it's just no real detail is being paid attention to in the interior, which is a little sad for me because I do enjoy playing in this view, but it is what it is. And typical horn. So let's take this guy out and see how this one performs. There's that Goliath right there. We just park that up there. So we will do the typical test here where we'll take it through the swamp, engage the four-wheel drive. Diff lock is always on. Yeah, this is not having any problems at all, is it? None whatsoever. Nothing wrong with that at all. Alright, so let's bring it down the trail here and see how it does. My only issue with it is it's a little hard to control. This is a pretty powerful engine. Maybe I should have just left the stock engine in it, because yeah, this is a little difficult. Just gotta take it slow, I guess. Performance-wise, though, it's performing very well. No issues at all. Whoa, that was a lot of damage. That was a lot of damage right there. As you guys can see, it's going through this stuff like nothing. It's breezing right through it. Alright, so now we set it to night, because let's check out the lights on this thing, shall we? And look at that, guys. Look at that with those LEDs and that light bar. Holy. I gotta say, I do like that, because driving in this game at night can be a little difficult. You got some of the vehicles that, I don't know, you can't see that great, but man, this thing lights everything up like it's daytime. Alright guys, so you know what's next. We have to bring this thing through the mud, see how it does. Send it through the easy stuff first. Not too bad. Okay, it's slowing down here. Haha, no, that didn't work. Okay. Okay. And we're completely stuck, so as usual. As you can see, we already had one here that was stuck. I forgot about that. Okay, so that is the end of that test, guys. Overall, I would say on any normal map that you're going to do fine with this truck. Like I say, this mud is really extreme. Maybe it wouldn't do as well on the extreme maps like Amandra or anywhere on the Urska region. But overall, yeah, it's a pretty good scout vehicle that I think would be a lot of fun to bring on maybe rock crawling maps that have some mud on them and things like that. So yes, that is the GWC 91 Granular. Pretty cool little Jeep, I must say. But we have one more vehicle that we need to get to here. Alright guys, so here we have a side-by-side, and we do have another side-by-side. I'm pretty sure Frog made a side-by-side. This one is actually Lime's side-by-side, and this is actually a pretty cool little side-by-side. Now, I will say there is an interior view, okay. And actually, it's actually pretty dang detailed. I'm surprised. So that's the interior. Let's fire this up. Hit the horn, because we always check the horn. Wait. Okay, it doesn't have a horn. As you can see, it's got a LED light bar up there, and we will take a look at that in the garage. Also, there is nobody driving this thing, so apparently this is remote controlled. It's a drone side-by-side. Yeah, but that's just a minor little thing, isn't it? What you guys want to see, you want to see this thing perform. And there are a couple things I will tell you guys about this a little later on after we have a little bit of fun with this thing. Because there's a couple things about it that are a little on the important side. So let's take this in the swamp, as we do. And as you can see, it's just skipping right through the swamp. It doesn't have a care in the world. Now, instead of going the normal way we're going to go, we're going to do something different. We're going to go up over here. Now, watch this, guys. You put this thing in the high gear and it goes. It's very squirrely in high gear, but it just takes right off. But like I say, it's very hard to control. Now I wanted to show you guys that because there's something that I want to show you guys later on when we get this thing in the garage. That's a little interesting. Alright, here we are back at the mud pit, and I know you guys might be thinking, you know, you skipped a lot of tests, but you know what? This thing will pretty much do everything. It'll rock crawl, it doesn't have any problems. This is the most important thing I feel you guys need to see. Okay, are you ready for it? Okay, watch this. Look at, this is still in high gear. Okay, it's still in high gear, and it's going through this mud in high gear. The thickest mud that you could find. And look at that. Look how it just comes flying out. Oh my god, I love that. I absolutely love that. I think that is just great. And just to show you guys, it doesn't have to be in high gear. I mean, it's still just, it goes right through it. Okay, that don't work. That's all right. You know, I haven't actually put this in low gear. Let's see how it does in low gear. Yeah, I mean, you don't really need it. That is just awesome, guys. I absolutely love that. But we're not done with this. There's one more thing worth showing you guys. And just for giggles here, we'll just to prove it. See, it has no problem rock crawling. Alright, so here we are at night. Check that, guys. Check that underglow with that That red LED light bar. And then we hit the lights. Boom! And there's several colors that you can get this in. This thing is just too much. It is just insane. It is so much fun to drive this thing. I don't think anything would stop it. It is just a great OP little scout vehicle. Absolutely love it. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to look at in the garage is the Bartleby's Zeke's Goliath. Look at this thing. So we'll take a look at the customizations real quick here. Engine, as you can see, there are a lot of engine options. But I think, let me just, yeah. The one it comes with, equipped already, there's literally no difference between that one and any of these. It's all got the same ratings, so I guess it's just whatever tickles your fancy with the engines. Gearboxes, we have a lot to go through as well. 4-gear Special X off-road, 5-gear, a 5-gear off-road fine-tune, which is like what we have in the base game. Tune 5-speed automatic, tune 6-speed automatic, 5-gear fuel efficient, and 5-gear slow. For suspension, again, you have a lot. You have high suspension, active suspension for crane, active flex suspension, active suspension for cargo, multi-purpose active suspension, TBT suspension, and super flex suspension. In the way of tires, guys, I don't let you go through these too much, but this doesn't have a ton of options. We have off-road options, and as you can see, the off-road options for off-road or mud, they're all excellent. For mud tires, you have quite the range of mud tires, all really good. And then we have several chain tires as well. Actually, quite a bit of chain tires, although they're not all chained. So I'm thinking these are just snow tires, and this is what we needed on the Zeeks in the Cosmodrome, right? Because it wouldn't get up that hill in the ice because it didn't have tires rated for snow and ice. But now it does, so yeah, I'm definitely thinking that I may sell that one and buy this one instead, because I do think this is a really awesome truck. Winches. We have several things of winches here. The Online High Power, Online Heavy Winch, 35 meter, 40 meter, 50 meter, and 53 meter. Snorkels. Frame add-ons. This is where it's actually quite a bit. So we have small roof rack, round roof rack. We have the heavy crane, Bartleby's heavy crane, log carrier, Bartleby's Bandit Crane 1, Bandit Crane 2, LP4, the log loader, maintenance frame add-on, flatbed, van body, Bartleby's upgraded Kung. So this one here is like the standard in-game one. As you can see, it comes with 800 repair parts and 6 spare wheels, and the upgraded one comes with 2,500 repair parts, 6 spare wheels, and 300 liters of fuel. We have the medium log add-on. This is actually a mod that I installed, and I still need to find out exactly how many trucks that this can go on. This is a game changer here if it can go on most of the vanilla game trucks, because as you know, if you see my last video, not the last mod video, but my last actual gameplay video, this would have been super useful if I could have put this on different trucks. Then we have a short log, the seismic vibrator, of course, sideboard, fuel tank, Bartleby's upgraded tank. So this one holds 1,800, and the upgraded one holds 3,300. IM50 loading crane, a lot of cranes, saddle high, saddle low, heavy duty roof rack, repair supplies, Bartleby's upgraded roof rack, spare wheel, and trunk supplies. For visuals, We have fog lights, a searchlight, LED fog lights 2, LED head fog lights, and double raised beacons. Front bumper, we have reinforced heavy duty, P16 bumper, winch pipe, light cage, crossbar fog lights, and the stock. Miscellaneous, we have cabin air conditioner, external horns, twin horns, stock horns, dark slant, sun visor, chrome cap with beacons. So last you have the outrolled or the stock. Rims, okay, so there's a few different rims. And as you guys know, rims aren't really, they don't really do much for me. The paint jobs, I do like the paint jobs. We have kind of like a sandy color, a military green. Then we have the camos, which are really cool. I like those a lot. A lot of camo. Now we have, well, yeah, we're getting to solid colors now. There's a lot of colors to choose from on this truck. Very cool. I like that. I like the options. Yeah, we're back into different camos here. So as you can see, guys, it's not lacking for options, eh? Wow, look at that. A lot of camo options. Oh, those are interesting. And I think for inside, you know, we have the regular standard ones that they have for a game. Not really going to go through those. But yeah, guys, that is Bartleby Zeke's 605R Goliath. Alright, GWC 91 Granular. This is such a cool looking Jeep. Look at that. So the engine options, we have the 305 V8, 350 V8, and the 5-liter V8. Gearboxes, we have the 5-speed default, 6-speed highway, and 4-speed off-road. Suspension, you have normal height, 4-inch lift, and 8-inch lift. Tires, we have some options here. Off-road. Now, the interesting thing is all of these off-road tires are excellent across the board for on-road, off-road, or mud. So, really, you could use these for all your purposes except for snow and ice. Then we get to mud tires, and basically some of the mud tires are actually not great on the road. They're just average on the road. But for off-road and mud, they're excellent across the board. So I'm assuming that really it's just what you prefer. If you prefer the look of the off-road tires, then you can get those. If you prefer the look of the mud tires, then you get them. And then you have the chained. And the chained are actually a good deal because they're excellent across the board, whether they're on-road, off-road, mud, or ice. So that's pretty fascinating. Winch. You have stock winch, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4, which just shows you up there the differences or the lengths and the strength of the winch. A lot of upgrades for the visuals, guys. So rear bumper, you have bumper 1, which is kind of just stock. Then you have the 2 bumper, and then you have the Overlander bumper, which you get some jerry cans and a spare wheel. Sidebars, you can get tube steps or rock sliders. Rear tailgate, you can have the rear tailgate or tailgate with a spare. Now, if you take the tailgate with a spare, then you can't use the rear bumper that has the spare on it with the jerry can. So that's a trade-off. Roll bar. So we have the stock roll bar and the crawler roll bar. So the crawler roll bar comes with the spare tire on it, which is very cool. Roofs. We have the bikini top and the soft top. Now, if you have the rocker crawl bar with the bikini top, for some reason it takes away your spare tires. So I don't know why, but that's a little trade-off, I guess. Front bumper, we have stock GWC 2 bumper, the rock crawler, and the bull bar. Rock guards, you can have rock guards or not, obviously. Grill. Now this is actually the windshield. You can actually have the windshield up, or you can have it down. and you can't change this in game. It's in garage only. Lights, we have LED light pods, and we have the Glitchworks light bar. Doors, you can have the half doors or tube doors. Rims, yeah, there's more rims. I don't know why it's taking so long to get there, but this actually has some pretty cool looking rims on it. Go through these here. I'm not going to name all these, but you guys can see them. For paint jobs, it's weird because this is kind of like the special paint job, and it's just a solid, kind of like reddish orange. Then you have all your solid colors here. Nothing too fancy, no two tones, anything like that. And that is the GWC 91 Granular. Nice little vehicle. Alright, last but not least, we had the Lime side by side. Now, this is where I need to kind of tell you guys about this, because when you get into the engine, it comes with the big turbo, 210 horsepower motor. And then we have the Diesel Addict 66 spec. Not recommended. This is way too much power, and no one should ever need this. So yeah, I'm just going to leave this here. And honestly, guys, he's 100% correct with this. This thing is way too much power. Like, honestly, the minute it gets in second gear, you can't even control it. It's that fast. And the big turbo, it's kind of too fast as well. I found it really hard to control it with that. So in the video, if you see me testing it, we went with the stock. And the gearbox also doesn't help because they have the default and they have the fast, which, you guessed it, that makes it even faster. This one here is just, if you pair this with that Diesel Addict engine, oh boy, you better just hang on and hope for the best. Suspension, we have stock and we have a short lift. Tires, again, there's really no difference. I guess it's just what you like the looks of. And those are some giant tires. Then we have the off-roads. And they're all just excellent across the board. Winch, you have this tow strap. Visuals, not much. You have the front windshield, but if you add the front windshield, very interesting. It gives you 60,000 points of repair parts. Gives you 8 spare wheels and 300 liters of fuel. So that is just crazy what they're doing with these mods, putting those repair points in there. Just crazy. Rock lights. The rock lights give you 10,000 repair parts, 2 spare wheels, and 500 liters of fuel. And rock lights, they have the I guess those are just white. Then we had the blue, green, pink, and red. Lights. These are your headlights. So you have the standard headlights, then you have blue, green, pink, and red as well. And the light bar, it doesn't say it, but it's the same thing. It's like blue, green. Wait a minute. Blue, green, pink, and red. And then the regular white. Rims. No options rims. Typical for a side-by-side. Paint. No real special paint jobs, but these paints just really look like, I really like that one. I really like that one too. For some reason, these paints, they just look really nice on this. And all the paints equally, they just, I don't know what it is about them, but they just have this look about them that I really like. I don't think there's one color here that really looks bad on this. They all look really good. And of course, inside, there's nothing. And that's the Lime's side-by-side. Alright guys, so that's the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got a kick out of these vehicles. I think you guys are going to want to... Oh, I have no lights on this at all. That's interesting. Okay. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed these mods. If you did, don't forget to upvote the mods in the mod browser if you like them or not. Just tell them so. I'm sure it helps the modders out a lot, and they probably like to hear the feedback from it. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And we'll see you next time.